Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto I.O., the place where I read you the boring crypto news daily so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host. Let's go! Today, not much going on actually, guys. Cameron Winklevoss pens open letter to Barry Silbert about Gemini's blocked funds, and Bahamas regulator denies asking crypto exchange FTX to mint new tokens. Bitcoin seems to be losing a little bit of steam, guys. Like I said, we were getting this little uptick, little mini rounded bottom we got going on here. On the daily, it's like a perfect itty bitty rounded bottom. But look like we're going to keep going up to the top of this channel, but we are definitely running out of steam. Open it up just a little more so you guys can see it better. Yeah, we ran up yesterday to about 16.8, 16.75, and pulled back. Now we bounced up once the next daily candle started to about 16.765, and we pulled back. We will see how the rest of this day goes. Again, just boring sideways. Just not a lot going on. If this is your first bear cycle, welcome to the shit. This is what crypto does. This is what Bitcoin does. It will lull you to sleep. This is like, besides maybe another walk down to 14 that we've been looking at and keeping our eye on. Excuse me. This is what Bitcoin does for the next year and a half, 18 months, before we start ticking up again. It's just gonna be boring, and this is what kicks people out of the market. They get tired of looking at it, and right when everyone's done, they're all out, they've sold at a loss, then it starts firing again. It's just how it works. But it is what it is. I'm here. I ain't going anywhere. So let's go. Ethereum ran up to the top of the top of my yellow line here, which would be the top of the channel that I've been looking at, around the 12.18 range, and it pulled back again. So I got a feeling that this is going to stay as a strong resistance. We will see if we can get an official breakout and close above this, and then maybe touch it again and turn it into support. That would be super bullish. Not super bullish. I mean, these are small moves, but it would be bullish in my opinion. If not, I would assume we're going to go back down to the bottom here to 11.87. Guys, I'm kind of kicking at a dead horse. It's nothing new. Nothing exciting has happened or changed over the last couple days. Just keep your eye on it. All right, moving on. Cameron Winklevoss pens open letter to Barry Silbert about Gemini's blocked funds. Guys, I'm starting off with kind of the most juiciest story in the news this morning. There really isn't much going on right now. It's just another one of those days, so we're just going to rock and roll with the biggest story. Both sides are facing financial headwinds as Gemini was sued last week over money locked in its Earn program. So, Winklevoss, one of the twins, and co-founder of Gemini, is basically slinging mud at DCG, Digital Currency Group, and that's what we're going to get into. January 2nd marks 47 days since Genesis halted withdrawals. Cameron Winklevoss, co-founder of the cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, pointed out in an open letter to Barry Silbert, CEO of DCG, which owns Genesis. Winklevoss went on to make a blunt appraisal of DCG's business practices. According to the letter, Winklevoss posted on Twitter, Genesis owes Gemini $900 million for funds Gemini lent to it as part of the Gemini Earn program. For the past 6 weeks, we have done everything we can to engage with you in a good faith and collaborative manner in order to reach a consensual resolution for you to pay back the $900 million that you owe, Winklevoss wrote, adding, every time we ask you for tangible engagement, you hide behind lawyers, investment bankers, and process. Winklevoss claimed that DCG owes Genesis money that it has not repaid, leading to the failure of Genesis to pay Gemini. A lot of G's. Tongue-tied. Gemini was sued by investors on December 27th. The suit alleges that Gemini engaged in fraud and violations of security laws because the Earn program was not registered and investors were unable to assess its risk fully. Earn stopped paying investors in November, And this goes on to show the Twitter with Cameron's open letter to DCG. DCG Barry Silbert, responded. DCG did not borrow $1.675 billion from Genesis. DCG has never missed an interest payment to Genesis and is current on all loans outstanding. Next loan maturity is May of 2023. DCG delivered to Genesis and your advisors a proposal on December 29th that has not received any response. So a lot of finger pointing, a lot of mudslinging. Who knows who's telling the truth? Either way, it doesn't look good for either Genesis or DCG, in my opinion. Silbert countered Winklevoss, claiming that Genesis has responded to Gemini's proposal and that DCG is not overdue in its payments to Genesis. There you go again, Winklevoss replied to Silbert. He went on to ask if Silbert would commit to solving this by January 8th. So on and so forth. There you go again. Stop trying to pretend that you and DCG are innocent bystanders and had nothing to do with creating this mess. It's completely disingenuous. So how does DCG owe Genesis $1.675 billion if it didn't borrow the money? Oh, right, that promissory note. So I'm assuming that DCG gave Genesis a promissory note. Yeah, guys, January 8th. Let's see what's gonna happen. I don't know if the Winklevoss twins or Cameron are gonna try and do a bank run on Barry Silbert and DCG. Who knows? If you guys know any other news revolving around this situation, please by all means let me know in the comments below and I'll try and cover it. Outside of that, what do you guys think this could do to the crypto market? Again, let me know in the comments down below. And guys, again, short video today, not a lot going on. Last but not least, Bahamas regulator denies asking crypto exchange FTX to mint new tokens. Bahamas regulator fights back against being publicly challenged by FTX against incorrect calculations of digital assets transferred under its control. Securities Commission of the Bahamas, the SCB, has denied FTX debtors' claims and expressed concerns that the investigation has been impeded. According to a statement released on January 3rd, the SCB has had to correct material misstatements made by John J. Rowley III, the representative of United States-based FTX debtors, in press and court filings. The document stated that the Chapter 11 debtors had publicly challenged the Commission's calculations of digital assets transferred to digital wallets under the Commission's control in November 2022. It argued that these statements were based on incomplete information and the debtors did not do due diligence by requesting information from the joint provisional liquidators. The statement added to the FTX CEO John J. Ray III made public statements alleging that the commissions instructed FTX to mint a substantial amount of new tokens under oath during a court filing before the United States House of Financial Services Committee. The Chapter 11 debtors have also alleged that the digital assets controlled by the commission in the trust of FTX customers and creditors were quote-unquote stolen without providing any sustained basis for these claims. The commission had shared concerns and its investigation is being compromised by the Chapter 11 debtors' refusal to allow the court-supervised joint provisional liquidators access to the FTX AWS system. Having a hell of a time. The SBC is hoping that the Chapter 11 debtors will proceed with the matters in good faith and is in the best interest of customers and creditors. FTX announcements, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, guys, just more back and forth. The Bahamian securities regulators announcement comes after news from the court filings in December 2022, where FTX lawyers claimed the Bahamas government reportedly requested that the former CEO of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, issue a new cryptocurrency controlled by local officials. Interesting. The initial reports claim that the Bahamas regulator asked SBF to mint new digital assets worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Sorry for completely slaughtering that article, guys. Yeah, just everybody wants to get their piece of the SBF FTX garbage. Not surprised, and everybody's also trying to wash their hands of it and walk away from it and not get charged with the giant shit show. Guys, again, short video today, not a lot going on. That is it. That's all I got for you. Per usual, if you do enjoy the content that I provide on this channel every morning, Monday through Friday, please subscribe to that channel, like the videos, turn on the bell for notification, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I am out of here.